Being the first to the enemy's walls during a siege sounds like certain death. What motivated people during the Middle Ages and Antiquity to be the first to climb the ladder or siege tower? During sieges in the Middle Ages and Antiquity, it was common for armies to use various methods, such as ladders or siege towers, to try to breach the walls of a fortified position. These methods could be very risky, as the defenders would often try to prevent the attackers from getting close to the walls by using weapons such as arrows, spears, or boiling oil. Despite the dangers, there were several factors that could motivate soldiers to try to be the first to climb the ladder or siege tower. One reason was the desire for personal glory and recognition. In many cultures, being the first to achieve a difficult or dangerous task was seen as a mark of courage and bravery, and could bring significant honor and respect to the individual. Another reason was the promise of rewards. In some cases, leaders of armies would offer rewards, such as money or additional land, to the soldiers who were able to accomplish certain feats. This could be a strong incentive for soldiers to take on risky tasks, such as being the first to climb a ladder or siege tower. Finally, loyalty to one's comrades and a sense of duty could also motivate soldiers to take on dangerous tasks. In many cases, soldiers who were part of a unit or army would feel a strong sense of camaraderie with their fellow soldiers, and might be willing to take on dangerous tasks in order to protect or support their comrades. Why are Europeans so obsessed with lions? They don't have any lions, but they are there on flags, coat of arms, furniture, and historical buildings. Lions have long been a popular symbol in European cultures, and they have been used in various forms of art, architecture, and heraldry for centuries. There are a number of reasons why lions have been so prominent in European culture. One reason is that lions have long been seen as symbols of strength, power, and royalty. In many cultures, lions are seen as the king of the animal kingdom, and their image has often been associated with rulers and leaders. This may be why lions are often depicted on flags, coats of arms, and other symbols of authority. Another reason is that lions have a long history in Europe. In ancient Rome, lions were often used in gladiator games and were seen as symbols of the empire. In the Middle Ages, lions were also used as symbols of the Christian faith, and they were often depicted in religious art and architecture. Finally, it is also worth noting that lions are not native to Europe. As a result, they have often been seen as exotic and unusual animals, and their image has been used to add a sense of grandeur and mystery to various forms of art and design. When did people discover that different regions of the world are not experiencing night at the same time? It is not clear exactly when people first realized that different regions of the world experience night at different times. However, it is likely that this understanding has been present in human societies for a very long time. The concept of different time zones is based on the fact that the Earth rotates on its axis, and this causes different parts of the Earth to experience daylight and darkness at different times. This phenomenon would have been observed by early human societies, and it is likely that they would have noticed that the timing of daylight and darkness varied depending on their location. The idea of dividing the world into different time zones, with each zone being separated by an hour, is a more recent development. The concept of time zones was first proposed in the late 1800s, and it was not until the late 1800s and early 1900s that time zones were widely adopted and standardized around the world.